It's curious, Farooq Abdullah says this, especially at a time when people in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir are protesting against the Pakistan army and actually want to be a part of India. But more on that later. Let's quickly cut across and listen in to key Congress interlocutor on GST, Anand Sharma.
Which is effective and genuinely brings down the transaction costs and the burden on both the producer and the consumer. Therefore, the three points that were raised by the Congress party, or the three demands, I would say. One is on the scrapping of the 1% surcharge, which would have a cascading effect and make the GST very high. Second, capping the GST and making a provision for that at 18%. And the third is a meaningful dispute resolution mechanism, because the GST Council, which will take decisions, cannot be a judge or sit as a judge on its own decisions. From the government side, they have explained their position, the Finance Minister, Shri Arun Jaitley, and the Parliamentary Affairs Minister, Venkaiah Naidu ji. But it has been agreed that we will, as Congress, after this meeting, have our own internal discussions and deliberations, and the government will also seriously reflect on the demands of the Congress, which are in the interest of the economy and in the interest of the people of India. And after that, I think that once the deliberations are complete, then there would be any further contact. We can say for the moment that it has been a constructive engagement and it will be a work in progress.
So you think the government will also go back, or only the Congress party has to go back on those three demands?
It's not a question of going back or going forward. I would like to make it absolutely clear that our position and our demands were neither political nor partisan. We want, very sincerely, the GST, which will be a major change or a paradigm shift when it comes to the tax reforms in the country after our independence, to be truly effective, so that we create a genuine common market. So it's not a question of having a deal. We're not here for bargaining. We did not make these demands to bargain, and we hope that the government has registered our concerns and the merit of what we are saying.
So when you say that the Congress President and the Vice President have made it clear that these are non-negotiable.
I think I'm commenting now because events have taken place today. We are commenting on the meeting and our respective positions and what transpired in the meeting.
So you are ready to reconsider on those three demands?
We have not said. I've used the word we will deliberate. I've also said that our demands were very well considered. There is merit in what we are saying, and we believe that the GST has to be a driver of the Indian economy. It has to be effective, and I'm repeating myself. We want the GST to create a genuine common market, bring down the transaction costs, and also the burden on the industry, that's the producer as well as the consumer. Sir, that remains our position. And we will have our internal discussions on what the government has conveyed about its position on our demands. And the government has also showed that they will be discussing what the Congress President and former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh ji have said. And after that, they will revert to us. From what I gather, the government has subsequently said that they will be talking to us. And therefore, this is something which remains in progress. The Congress party also believes that when you are coming up with such a major constitutional amendment which deals with the indirect taxation and also is a progressive tax reform, it must not be rushed through and it should benefit our people and India's economy.
लेकिन सर आज की बैठक के बाद क्या ये उम्मीद बढ़ गई कि सरकार और आप लोग दोनों कुछ अपने अपने पोजीशन से पीछे हटकर इस बिल को पास करेंगे?
देखिए, आपका प्रश्न गलत है। हमने कांग्रेस पार्टी ने इस पर बहुत सोच समझकर अपने सुझाव दिए थे, अपनी मांग रखी है। हमने ही जीएसटी के पक्ष में बिल बनाया था।
And Executive Editor Javed Ansari with me for more on this. Javed, both sides sounding conciliatory, perhaps wanting to move forward on GST to take the economy forward. Is there a time frame that they're working towards? Javed, is there a time frame that we are looking at to see the GST through?
Well, certainly it needs to be passed in the course of this winter session, for it to meet the April deadline. So, first it needs to be passed by the by both houses of Parliament and then by 51% of the states. That shouldn't be a problem, so long as Parliament can pass it during this session. So, once the Prime Minister returns, in the course of that, in the course of the 7-8 days that are available, both sides will sit together and, like I said, put their heads together and hammer out a formulation which takes care of the government's position, as also takes care of the concerns flagged by the Congress party. 18% is the sticking point. They need to work on a formulation. And it's evident from what Anand Sharma also said a while ago. Can you see the tone? Earlier they were all they were just breathing fire. Now both sides seem conciliatory. Both sides are talking in a language which is providing elbow room for maneuver to the other side. That's very important.
Javed Ansari and our political team will track that story very closely. For the moment, Javed, many thanks for joining me.